Hi students, today in this video I will explain one of the important topic in periodic table, that is the ionization energy. So you can watch complete video. In this video I will explain ionization energy, factor and how the ionization energy will be changed in the periods and the groups. It's a very important video. You can watch complete video. Okay students, what is the ionization energy? Ionization energy is nothing but, just you can think, it is the atom. In the atom, in the middle there is a nucleus, and here it is the electron. Now minimum amount of energy is required to remove the one of the electron from outermost shell gaseous atom. So minimum amount of energy is required to remove the electron. So the minimum energy is nothing but called as the ionization energy. Okay students, here energy is always required to remove the electron. So each and every time we have to apply the energy. So energy is always required to remove the electron from the atom. Hence ionization energy values always having the positive. Ionization energy values always having the positive. That meaning the ionization energy is a endothermic reaction. Ionization energy is a endothermic reaction, and here they have different types of ionization energies are there. For example, if I remove the one electron, it is the first ionization energy, and if I remove the two electrons, second ionization energy. If I remove the three electrons, it is the third ionization energy, like that. For example, just you can think it is the metal. Just you can think it is the metal. So in the metal, just in the first ionization energy 1, ionization energy 1, and in that time it will form metal plus ion, metal plus ion. Along with that it will be release one electron, and in the metal plus ion it will be lose one more electron. Again it is the ionization energy 2. In this time it will form metal plus 2, and along with that it will be release one electron. And in the m plus 2, if I remove one more electron, it is the ionization energy 3, and in that time it will form m plus 3. For example, instead of the metal I am taking aluminum, but here the ionization energy is going on only in the gas state. Okay students, now just here I am taking one of the element, that is the aluminum. Okay students, aluminum. In the aluminum, if I try to remove one electron, that is the first ionization energy 1, in that time it will form aluminum plus. Along with that there is a one electron. Actually it is not the easiest process. By the removing of one electron from the hydrogen, we have to apply approximately 577 kilojoules amount of energy. Now in this time, from Al plus I am trying to removing one more electron. That simply I am calling it is the ionization energy 2. Already it is lose one electron. From that aluminum I am removing one more electron. In that time it will form Al plus 2. Along with that there will be one electron. From Al plus 2 is not easiest process, and here we have to apply approximately 1816 kilojoules amount of energy. And once you can look at here, from ionization energy 1 to ionization energy 2, there is a lot of energy difference. Why? Because while the aluminum lose the one electron, and in the time it will form the magnesium electronic configuration. So magnesium meaning in the outermost shell they have fulfilled s orbital. That's why we have to apply excess amount of energy. And from the Al plus 2, and I am trying to removing one more electron, that simply I am call it is the ionization energy 3, and in that time it will form like a Al plus 3. Just I am removing one more electron, and it will be one electron. And in that time just I am applying the energy approximately 2744 kilojoules amount of energy. So each and every time we have to apply excess amount of energy to remove the electron from the metal. Okay students, now here they have some factors that will be affect the ionization energy. That factors I will be explain in this video. The first factor is atomic radius. So here more the atomic radius, less the ionization energy. So when the atomic radius is increases, for example once you can look at here, the atomic radius is increases. So atomic radius is increases, the nucleus in the outermost shell. So the distance between the nucleus and outermost shell increases. The distance between nucleus and outermost shell increases. So what happened here? So whenever the atomic radius is increases, the ionization energy value decreases. For example, just here I am taking two elements like sodium and one more is the cesium. Both are the same group. Like here, the sodium and cesium, the cesium is the lowest ionization energy value than the compared to the sodium. The reason is here, cesium is the biggest atomic radius and then the compared to the sodium. So cesium is the only one element, it is having lowest ionization energy value. Okay, lowest ionization energy value containing element is the cesium, and the highest ionization energy value containing element is the helium. Okay students, you can remember these two concepts. Okay, whenever the size is increases, the atomic radius is decreases due to the distance between the nucleus and outermost shell increases. That's why the attraction between the nucleus and outermost shell is decreases. So this is about the atomic radius. Okay students, next one is nuclear charge. Next factor is the nuclear charge. More is the nuclear charge, more is the ionization energy. More is the nuclear charge. For example, if I am taking two elements, like I am taking sodium along with that chlorine, and here already you know that the chlorine is having more nuclear charge. That's why it's difficult to remove the electron from the chlorine than the compared to the sodium. The reason is here, the chlorine is having the more nuclear charge than the compared to the sodium. That's why whenever they have the more the nuclear charge, and the ionization energy also very higher. So this is about the next factor. And next one is stable electronic configuration. Next one is stable electronic configuration. The fulfilled electronic configuration is the more stable than the half-filled electronic configuration, and half-filled electronic configuration is the more stable than the remaining elements. For example, if I am taking two elements like a oxygen and a nitrogen, an oxygen electronic configuration is 1s2 and 2s2 and 2p4, whereas the nitrogen electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Once you can look at here, and in the nitrogen in the p orbital, there are the 3 electrons, that mean it's the half-filled electronic configuration, and whereas in the oxygen in the p orbital there are the 4 electrons. So here the nitrogen is more ionization energy value than the compared to the oxygen. Once you can look at here, and the noble gases, just I am taking here neon. So all the noble gases, they have the highest ionization energy value. The due to reason is here, they have the fulfilled electrons in their outermost shell. For example, if I am taking the neon, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, they have the completely filled 8 electrons in their outermost shell. That's why the noble gases, they have the highest ionization energy value. So in case if they ask the order of a particular period, the highest ionization energy value containing element is the noble gases, then the halogen. Okay students, then next one is the penetrating power. Next one is here the screening effect. So it is a little bit important. Once you can look at here, and they have the more the shells, electrons between the nucleus and the valence shell. For example, they have the more the shells between the nucleus and the valence shell, and here whenever there is a increase the number of shells, the attraction between the nucleus and the outermost shell will be decreases. Why? Because the inner shell electrons is acting as a screens. Due to that nature, the attraction between the nucleus and outermost shell will be decreases, This effect simply we are called, it is the screening or the shielding effect. Once again I'm repeating, they have the more inner shells in the time that between the nucleus and the outermost shell, they have the more inner electrons, they act as a screens. Due to that nature, the attraction between the nucleus and outermost shell will be decreases. This effect simply we are called, it is the screening effect or the shielding effect. For example, the s orbital, they have the more shielding effect than the compared to the p orbital, and p orbital they have the more screening than the compared to the d orbital. Along with that, f orbital they have the low screening effect value, and along with that, and it is that easy to remove the electron from the f orbital. For example, n value is equal to same, that equal to 4, so it is the 4s and 4p, 4d, 4f, and 4f orbital is easy to remove the electron than the compared to the 4s or the 4p and 4d. The reason is here, the 4s orbital is very close to the nucleus, whereas the 4f orbital is a very far distance to the nucleus. So these are the some factors that influence the ionization energy. And next I will explain about some of the tricks how the ionization energy will be changed, periods and the groups. You can watch complete that way, complete concept. As in the periods, how the ionization energy value changes. Actually, simply we are saying that in a periods from the left to right, the ionization energy values are gradually increases due to the nuclear charges increases. For example, if I am taking first period or second period, like a lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon, and we are expecting that the order is neon is less than the fluorine, and fluorine is less than the oxygen, and oxygen is less than the nitrogen. Nitrogen ionization energy values are less than the carbon. Carbon ionization energy values are less than the boron, and the next one is the beryllium and the lithium. We are thinking like that, but here they have some exception. Once you can look at that, and here just I am writing the electronic configuration. The lithium is the 2s1 and it is the 2s2, and here 2s1, 2s2, 2p1, and carbon and 2s2 and 2p2, and nitrogen and 2s2, 2p3, and oxygen 2s2 and 2p4, and neon 2s2, 2p5, and argon, neon and 2s2, 2p6. But now here the order is, so now the order is lithium. Once you can see here, in the beryllium and the 2s orbital, they are completely filled. Along with that, the nitrogen, it is the off-filled electronic configuration than the compared to the oxygen. Now the correct order is like lithium is less than the boron. Why? Because in the beryllium, in the 2s orbital, they are the completely filled. That's why the beryllium is having highest ionization energy value than the compared to the boron. That's why boron less than the beryllium, less than the carbon. Once you can see, in the nitrogen, it is the off-filled electronic configuration. In the nitrogen, it is the off-filled electronic configuration, whereas the oxygen, they didn't have off-filled electronic configuration. So the order is here, the off-filled electronic configuration is more stable than the remaining electronic configurations. That's why the nitrogen is more stable than the oxygen. The nitrogen is more stable than the oxygen. That's why I'm writing here carbon less than the oxygen, less than the nitrogen, less than the fluorine, less than the neon. Okay students, in any period, the highest ionization energy values are the noble gases, and least ionization energy values are the alkali metals, and remaining all the periods also it will be applicable. The next period also like that only. Okay students, just you can remember this trick. And the next one, how the ionization energy values are changed in the d block elements. In the d block elements, Actually, we are thinking that from left to right, the ionization energy values are increase. But here, they have some exceptions. I will explain right now in this concept. Now, in the D block elements, just I am taking 3D series like a scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. In exam point of view, like which one of the following, like copper and zinc, which one of the following is having highest ionization energy value? For example, here I am taking copper, and the copper electronic configuration is like a argon and 4s1 3d10, argon 4s1 3d10, whereas the zinc electronic configuration is argon and 4s2 3d10, argon 4s2 3d10. Now, which one of the following is having highest ionization energy value? Once you can look at, in the copper, in the 4s they have the only one electron, but whereas the zinc they have the two electrons and they are completely filled in the d orbital along with that s orbital. That's why the zinc is having highest ionization energy value than the copper. Then next one, chromium and the manganese. Out of chromium and the manganese, which one of the following is having highest ionization energy value? Just here, the chromium electronic configuration is 4s1 3d5, whereas the manganese electronic configuration is 4s2 3d5. And here also, in the chromium, in their outermost shell, that is in the 4s orbital, they have the only one electron, but here in the 4s orbital it is a completely filled, whereas in the d orbital they have half filled. That's why, and here the manganese is having highest ionization energy value than the compared to the chromium. Actually, just we are thinking that the highest ionization energy value from the top to bottom, highest ionization energy value from the top to bottom in the D block, it will be decreases. Like a 3D series have the highest ionization energy value, then the compared to the 4D series, then the compared to the 5D series. But here the fact is, just we are thinking like 3D series is having highest ionization energy value, then the compared to the 4D series, and 4D series is having the highest ionization energy value than the compared to the 5D series. But it is the wrong. Why? Because and the in the fifth period, in the 5D series, all they have the lanthanoids, they have the there is the lanthanoid contraction is there. That's why the 5D series element is having highest ionization energy value, then after 3D series, then after 4D series. So it is the correct order. So in the exam point of view, they may confuse that. So once you can follow that order, 5D series is having highest ionization energy value. The reason is here, the 5D series they have the lanthanoid contraction, and then after the 3D series is having the highest ionization energy value, then after the 4D series. Okay students, next one, in the p block elements, how the ionization energy will be, that I will explain. So when the p block elements from the left to right, the atomic number is increases. So here the atomic number is increases, that's why the ionization energy values also increases. Now here, just in the groups from the top to bottom, atomic radius is increases. Just we are thinking that ionization energy values are decreases. Just here I am taking two groups only, boron family and carbon family. Okay students, now in the p block elements, in the groups, how the ionization energy values are changes, I will explain. Just generally we are thinking that, and generally we are thinking that boron greater than the aluminum, greater than the gallium, then indium, then it is the thallium. Just we follow the order. But here the factor is, but here in the gallium the d orbital is completely filled, whereas in the thallium the f orbital is completely filled. Now if you write the order like that, it's a wrong. So the correct order is like that to be the thallium is the 5D series element, sorry, fifth period element. That's why the correct order is boron, then after thallium, then after gallium, then after aluminium, then it is the indium. It is the correct ionization energy value. But just generally we are thinking that in the top to bottom the ionization energy values are decreases due to the size radius or size is increases. But experimental fact is here boron is having highest ionization energy value than the comparative to the thallium, and thallium is having highest ionization energy value than the comparative to the gallium. Gallium is having highest ionization energy value than the comparative to the aluminium. Aluminium is having highest ionization energy value than the comparative to the indium. Okay students, then and in the second period in the carbon group, just we are thinking that carbon is greater than silicon, greater than germanium, greater than tin, greater than lead. But if you are giving into the order like that, and it is also wrong. Why? Because in the fifth period they have the 5D series, they have the highest ionization energy value. That's why the correct order is like a carbon is having the highest ionization energy value, then the comparative to the silicon, and silicon is having the highest ionization energy value, then the comparative to the germanium. And here it will be changed, here the order will be changed, and lead is having the highest ionization energy value than the comparative to the tin. So this is the correct order. Okay students, remaining are the as usual, they didn't have any change, but in the boron family and the carbon family they have the slight changes. So note it down into your notes. Okay students, if you like my video, give me the like and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and thank you.